Hello there, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is a brand new video. Sorry that I didn't do a match review. I was so tired that I just had to not do it. Of course, the game finished 1-0 against Fulham, and Mason Mount proved me wrong. Like, he was the only player in that game that really impressed me. No other players did really well. Well, except for Hudson Odoi, maybe Hakim Ziyech, this and that. So, yeah, when I look, but for this game tonight, this is a big, big game for Chelsea. We are facing a team that is battling for the Premier League title. Battling, you know, they are in third place right now as I'm recording. They're in third. So this is a big test for Chelsea, but more especially for Lampard, because his job is easing just a little bit. It's not easing that big, but it's just easing a little bit. So I'm happy that he got the 3 points when we beat Fulham 1-0, but this is a big test for him because this is his last chance. We cannot afford to lose or to draw against Leicester. We cannot. Because if you look at this season has been really bad for Chelsea. We have only beaten one top 10 side this season. Just one. One. It's just not good enough. And more especially, we haven't even been in the top six. We haven't beaten Liverpool, Tottenham, United, Arsenal, Man City. This season is just not good enough for Chelsea. I don't know when is it going to end, but Chelsea needs to improve if we want to be in the title race, which I don't think that will happen. But especially, we need to be in the Champions League next season. We need to get top four. Because if we don't get in the Champions League next season, Lampard could be out. And I never want that to happen. Never. So I want Lampard to really, really concentrate. Get the teams to play well, defend well, attack well, do this and that. That is all I want to see. I never want to see Lampard do this when we're losing. I never want to see him doing that. Because if you do that, that means you don't want your the players that want to play for you. You never want that to happen. So if you want the players playing for you, make sure you stand up. You tell them, defend, defend, attack, attack. Please score. That's what I want to hear from you. If you don't want to be sacked and you want the players to play for you, Lampard, please, please. So yeah, this is basically a match preview for Leicester City versus Chelsea, which take place today at the King Power Stadium with kickoff at 8:15. And now I'm not sure if I'm able to do a live watch along that, but I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I've got some busy things to do later this evening. If I can't do it, then I'll do it for another game. If I'm not doing busy stuff, then maybe I'll do it today because this is a big game. This is a big game. Leicester City against Chelsea, and I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, I'm hoping that is another 3 points for Chelsea. Because if it is, this could turn our season around. This we can be like the unbeaten team like we did when we lost against Liverpool. So I'm hoping to God that that we can get 3 points for this Leicester game. And the only way to do that is for Lampard to pick the right players. I'm gonna do a match starting lineup in the next few moments, but I want Lampard to pick the right players, play them in their right position. I never want to see, Thiago Silva pairing up with Rudiger again. I never want to see that again. I want to see Kurt Zuma starting. I don't want to see Jorginho in that CDM because he was poor against Fulham. I want to see Billy Gilmore start on the right centre midfielder. I want to see Kai Havertz starting because last week against that League Two team he did really well. got a goal, got an assist, and he had so many chances to get more goals. That's what I want to see Kai Havertz as a RCM. That's what I want to see. But the one thing I really, really want to see Lampard do is to start Callum Hudson-Odoi instead of Pulisic. Because Pulisic this season is worrying me. He's really starting to make me feel worried. You know, I, I, I just hope. I'm praying to God that he starts Hudson-Odoi on the left wing instead of Pulisic. Because when he came on against Fulham, he was part of that Mount Mason Mount's goal. That's why I was so shocked that I didn't see Hudson-Odoi starting. I was so shocked. And like I said in my live stream, when I looked at this lineup, people have been asking me, do you think Chelsea will win? And I honestly think that it's going to be no. It's going to be no. If the players can play well and prove me wrong, then I'll be happy. But I knew that this game would not be like 2-0 or 3-0 or something like that because of Lampard's tactics. Of course, I'll still go for 4-3-3, but I want to see Lampard starting Hudson-Odoi, Billy Gilmore, Kai Havertz. That's what I want to see. Because Leicester are no mugs. Like I said in the beginning, they are third in the league right now as I'm recording. They are third in the league. So I want to see changes from Lampard. I want to see changes. That's all I want. So so that's what I want to see from Lampard. Changes. Standing up, saying the players, defend, this and that. That's what I want to see. If we're gonna beat Leicester City this evening. So yeah, that is my that's what I want to see. And before I get into the starting lineup, I just want to say that Leicester have a really, really good record against Chelsea. Have a really good record. The last time that Chelsea ever beat Leicester City was in 2017. Or was it 2018? I can't remember. I think we beat them 2-1. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know. That's the only time that Chelsea ever beat Leicester. The last time. Next season under Mitchell Sarri, at the King Power Stadium, it was 0-0 on the final day. 0-0. Then we've lost Leicester 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. Then last season, we didn't beat Leicester both at Stamford Bridge and at King Power Stadium. It were both draws. So that's why I'm praying to God that this curse could be over. Like we can finally beat Leicester City at the King Power Stadium under Lampard. That is what I'm hoping for. And that's why I'm hoping that this game will end a Chelsea win and 3 points. That is what I'm hoping for. So yeah, that's the only star I can give you. Like, Leicester have only beaten us once, and that was when we've lost 1-0 to them, and Jamie Vardy scored. And we was awful in that game. Absolutely awful. So many chances, and we didn't manage to score and to beat Leicester. I was so disappointed. But I'm hoping that this game, that in the first half, we can kill them off. If it's 1-0, I'll be a bit happy. But if it's 2-0 before half time, I will just be so happy because we need to improve. We need to kill teams off so that Chelsea fans and the players and the manager won't be scared. They won't be scared in the second half. Even though Leicester would play well in the second half, I can still relax because 2-0 is enough. If we can score more than 2-0, I'll be really, really happy. You know. So that's what I want to see. Now now I watched the press conference, and I've heard that the only player who won't play for Chelsea in this Leicester game is N'Golo Kante, because even though he's out of his suspension, he's suffering from a serious injury, so that's why he won't feature today. That's the only player who will not feature in this game. And he also said in his press conference about Timo Werner not having his low confidence and also praising Mason Mount. And yeah, I mean, I just don't know what to say, but if we can win, I'll be very happy. And I'm also hoping that when I do a match review, you'll see me smiling and smiling and smiling and smiling because every time I do a match review, I have not been smiling at all. Never. So I'm hoping that this curse will be over and we can and Chelsea can win. So there you go. That is my basic introduction. The stats, one want to see from Lampard, the players, hopefully 3 points. So let's get into this. My starting lineup. So it's still going to be a 4-3-3. Even though I want it to be 4-2-3-1, I'll still want it to be 4-3-3 because that's what we basically use. So let me start off with the goalkeeper, and it's going to be Edouard Mendy, of course. He kept a clean sheet, had a little bit of scary moments, but he kept a clean sheet against Fulham. So yeah, and he's still on number one. So what can we do? I'll still put him as a goalkeeper. The defense, left back is going to be Ben Chilwell. I thought he did okay against Fulham. I thought he could have improved better, but I thought he was okay against Fulham. On the right hand side is going to be Reece James because I didn't get why he didn't start against Fulham. He's the only right back who will make crosses and make strikers score. So that's why I want to see Reece James start as a right back. The centre backs, like I said in the beginning, I want to see Thiago Silva and Kurt Zuma as centre backs. Rudiger um, was poor against Fulham. Even though he had so many chances to score, I thought he was poor against Fulham. That's why I prefer Kurt Zuma and Thiago Silva as pairing. That's what I'm hoping to see. So yeah, that's my basic defense. And Chilwell's left back, Thiago Silva and Kurt Zuma centre backs, then Reece James as right back. So that's my defense. Moving to the midfields. Now, um, as a centre defensive midfielder, since N'Golo Kante is still injured and he's out of his suspension, I'm going to put Billy Gilmore in. I want to see Billy Gilmore start because when he played in that position against that League Two team, he was brilliant. His stats were really good. So that's why I want to see Billy Gilmore as a CDM, not Jorginho, because he was really, really poor against Fulham on Saturday. Really poor. So that's why I prefer Billy Gilmore I'm a CDM over Kovacic for me. That is what I want to see. On the left centre midfielder, for me, it's going to be Mason Mount. there's there's no other player who can replace him. Like I said in my beginning, he was the best player at the game against Fulham. Had so many chances. I'm not sure if it was 7 or 6. I can't remember, but he was the only person who really played well. That's why I'm giving him praise against Fulham. If he can perform the same way he did against Fulham, there is no doubt that Mason Mount, I'll stick him as a left centre midfielder. On the right centre midfielder, for me, it's going to be Kai Havertz. I cannot see him be on the bench again. I can't. I can't because like I said in my match review in the game against that League Two team in the FA Cup, when he played in that position, he was brilliant. He got an assist for Timo Werner's goal, and he scored. He had so many chances in the second half, but he scored at the end. So that's why I want to see Kai Havertz starting rather than Kovacic. Even though Kovacic did real a bit well against Fulham, for me it's going to be Kai Havertz. It's going to be Kai Havertz. So yeah, that's my midfields. Um, Mason Mount on the left centre midfielder, Billy Gilmore as a centre midfielder, and Kai Havertz as a right centre midfielder. Now the front three. Now I'm hoping that Lampard will get this right and listen to me. Even though he may not be watching, I'm hoping that he will use sense. On the left wing, for me, it's got to be Callum Hudson-Odoi. I cannot see Pulisic starting for me because he was average in that game against Fulham. He wasn't at his best like he did last season. And he's really starting to worry me, Pulisic. Really starting to worry me. So on the left wing, it has to be Hudson-Odoi because he's one of our best players so far this season. Every time he comes on, he gets a goal, he gets an assist. Even though he didn't do it against Fulham, I believe he'll get assist or maybe both a goal and assist. That is what I believe. And I'd be so happy if he got that, if he can be like Kai Havertz. So that's why I want to see Hudson-Odoi starting and playing on the left wing. On the right wing is going to be Hakim Ziyech for me. Because like Hudson-Odoi said in his interview, him and Ziyech have a partnership. And that totally makes sense. Because if you remember in that Brighton game, which is pre-season, Hakim Ziyech feeds the ball into Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi feeds it into Timo Werner, and Timo Werner scores his first goal. It was him and Hakim Ziyech that made Timo Werner scored in that pre-season against Brighton. And then if you look at the FA Cup, Hakim Ziyech got an assist and Hudson-Odoi scored. That's why these two have great partnership, like he said, and I absolutely agree. That's why I want to see Hudson-Odoi on the left wing and Hakim Ziyech on the right, so that these two can have great partnership. That's what I want to see from Lampard. Now, I know maybe you guys will disagree with me on this one, but I'm going to be giving him one last chance to put him in my starting lineup. And that person is Timo Werner, unfortunately, because his confidence is really getting low. I mean, the Chelsea fans don't think he should start. Even I don't think he should start. But for me personally, I think Lampard will start him. That's what that is what I think, because his confidence is really low. And if he does start him, then this is Timo Werner's last chance to prove me and the Chelsea fans that he will that he will score against Leicester. Because right now I don't think that will happen. I don't think it will happen. But if he does score and proves me wrong, then who knows? Maybe I'll stick him to my starting lineup. So unfortunately today I will. But his confidence needs to be high, not low, because it's just so frustrating to see when he plays in as a striker. He missed so many chances, like the game against Fulham, two chances, two. That one when he did 1v1 and then he just couldn't score. That really frustrates me. So Timo Werner needs to improve, otherwise the pundits, the Chelsea fans, Lampard cannot trust him anymore. So that's why I'm hoping that his confidence will build if he can score against Leicester this evening. So yeah, I'll still put Timo Werner as a starting lineup. Many people would disagree with me this, but I'm just giving him a last chance. So yeah, that is basically it. So that's my front three. Um, Hudson-Odoi on the left wing, Hakim Ziyech on the right wing, then Timo Werner as a striker. That's basically my front three. So that's my starting lineup. Let me know in the comments whether you agree or disagree with my starting lineup. Now, my final, before I end this video, my prediction. Now, earlier I predicted um, um, Chelsea to win 1-0. But because Mason Mount did really well and Hudson-Odoi hopefully will start, I'm going to predict Chelsea 2, Leicester 1. Even though it's better to get a clean sheet, Leicester will score. We will concede. And the only person who will do that is Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy, for me, will score against Chelsea. Of course, he doesn't do it when he plays against Chelsea, but I think he will score against Chelsea. He he's like the main predator when he score against big clubs. So that's why I'm going to go for Leicester 1, Chelsea 2. That is my prediction. So there you guys got it. That is the match preview for Leicester versus Chelsea. And like I said, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a live watch along later today. Um, if I'm busy, then I can't do it. But if I'm not busy, I'll do it. So I'm hoping, like I said, if we Chelsea get the 3 points, that will just change. This season will change for Chelsea, and it could turn around. And if we do win, we will be above Everton and be up to sixth place, and we will be 3 points behind the top four, just 3 points behind top four. So I'm hoping that Chelsea will win all our games, let the other team slip, so that Chelsea can be title contenders. Just a possibility. I don't think it will happen, but if it does happen, I'll be very, very happy. So yeah, there you guys have it. So yeah, that's the end of this match preview. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, if you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notifications. And if you like this video, make sure you hit it. And yeah, Lampard, please don't let me down. When I see the lineup here, I want to see a good lineup, not a bad one. I want to see a good lineup because I cannot ever see. I just don't Lampard to put starting Pulisic, Jorginho, Kovacic, Rudiger. I don't want to see that. I want to see Kurt Zuma as a centre back with Thiago Silva. I want to see Billy Gilmore as a CDM. I want to see Kai Havertz as an RCM. And especially I want to see Hudson-Odoi on the left wing. That is all I want to see from Lampard if he ever going to make Chelsea win this evening. So yeah, that is the main talk. So thank you guys for watching. Have a hope you enjoy yourselves, and either see you for the live watching long or see you for the match review, and hopefully it will be a happy video. Hopefully that is what I'm praying for. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great time. Look after yourself. See you later. Take care and peace.